Cuckoo, darlings, I am Lord Peckington, your feathered overlord and supreme peckmaster, here to crap on political correctness from a great height while dropping truth bombs all over the rooftops. Rupert Lowe absolutely pecked Emily Maitlis live on the newsagents. She tried the classic elite, "you're racist" routine for him, bravely calling out the Pakistani grooming gangs and the shocking institutional cover-ups. Lowe stood firm like a true hero, defended the victims with real courage, highlighted the horrors that were ignored for years, and told her straight she was full of it. Facts over fluffy elite nonsense. Smash like if you back the fighter, not the champagne socialist. Subscribe for more no-holds-barred truth from your favourite Pigeon.
Alexis J., who, as you know, spent 7 years on a child abuse probe, says she's very unhappy with the politicisation of child sexual exploitation done, in her words, a very uninformed way. She's talking about you.
She's welcome to her own opinion, as is everybody. I believe in a Britain where everybody should be able to express exactly what they want to.
Why is it funny
without
to
without
politicise
any
child exploitation?
I don't have any problem. I said she's welcome to her own opinion.
But why is it funny?
But it's not funny. I mean, my driver for the rape gang inquiry is that, having looked into it, and it's something which I think a lot of people in this country probably were blissfully unaware of.
No, I don't think they were.
So,
Andrew Norfolk,
that's
who's
your
the Times
opinion. That's your
reporter.
opinion. I don't call them grooming gangs. I call it Pakistani rape gangs,
Yes, you do.
because 95% of these people are Pakistanis, and very often from a particular part of Pakistan.
That's absolutely not
So
true.
it
That's
is true.
absolutely
It
not
is true.
true.
Emily. But anyway,
No.
let's
From 2023, no, I'm going to tell you this.
Let's park that.
224 white grooming gang suspects were found compared to 22 Pakistani suspects. Why do you only talk about the Pakistani grooming gangs? That's police statistics from the Times.
I've now got on
it's
my
police statistics from the Times.
If you look at my rape gang inquiry, which you asked me about.
No, I didn't. I asked you why you're insisting on politicising child exploitation.
20,000 people have donated about £620,000 now. That shows you the depth of feeling and concern amongst British people.
Doesn't it show you should be ashamed that you are making money off a re-exploitation
I'm not. I've given money.
I've
given money. I'm not making money. I've given money to it. I will make absolutely less than zero. I've given a substantial sum to it, as have other people who care.
Why are you doing this? Why are you just trying to talk about Pakistani grooming gangs when there are 4 times, 8 times and 10 times as many white grooming gang suspects? We only ever hear you talk about Pakistani perpetrators.
Are you telling me there's no issue?
I'm telling you that you are focusing on Pakistani grooming gangs because probably you're racist and you don't believe that there are white perpetrators of the same crime. Can you deny that?
I am concentrating on it because it's a blot on our national history. And
you will know Andrew Norfolk, who's the Times reporter, who started the reporting on this in 2011.
Andrew Norfolk's done some good work.
He said the way this issue has been raised by people like Musk, like you, is exploiting these girls, making the victims all over again.
He has said some very good things, but
yes.
I am not satisfied that the British establishment has dealt with this for a number of reasons. And in my view, it's linked to county lines drugs. There's a whole raft of things that have not been properly dealt with. You can throw as much liberal cant as you want at me, but I am not going to back down, and it's perfectly within my right.
Yeah.
And if you can't see the fact that 20,000 people have put their trust in me, I feel incredibly humbled by that. They have contributed because they know there's an issue here that the state has not dealt with.
The Liberal cant is asking whether all grooming is bad in this country, all exploitation of young girls is bad, or just one particular type done by one particular...
All grooming is bad.
Because I didn't hear you say that.
All grooming is bad.
Okay.
And all rape is bad. And all treatment of underage children is bad.
You've advocated the deportation of all illegal immigrants, and you've said we need to start rapidly...
Hang on, repeat that. What did I say?
You've advocated the deportation, I believe, of all illegal
I'll tell you my
migrants.
position on this.
No, I want to just get this quote out. We need to start rapidly emptying the tub. Do you believe there are too many Muslims in this country? Is that where you stand?
I believe there are too many illegal migrants in this country.
Do you believe there are too many Muslims in this country?
So I have said, and I'm on record, and I'll say it to you clearly, I would detain and deport all people arriving here illegally. The basis of a sovereign nation is
That's
to defend...
That's not the question I asked. Do you believe there are too many Muslims?
You don't
can
let
say
me
yes
answer.
or no. Just say yes or no.
I am intent on detaining and deporting all illegal migrants. I am intent on deporting all people living here illegally. I am intent on detaining all criminals, foreign criminals, in our prisons straight away.
Yeah.
I am also intent on deporting those people who knew that rape was happening within their family and didn't report it.
You've talked about how you'd like to see illegal migrants put on an island off Scotland with minimal food, your words, and let the midges do the rest.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
So do you advocate pain and suffering for anyone who washes up here?
I advocate detaining and deporting. But if because of the Human Rights Act, which, as you know, beds the ECHR
let the midges do the
within
rest.
it, embeds the ECHR within it. If our arguably deficient legal system doesn't allow us to act as a proper sovereign nation, no, hang on, let me answer.
I'm quoting your words. You put them on an island off Scotland with minimal food and let the midges do the rest.
Before you jump in like Rumpelstiltskin, let me answer. So, if our legal system doesn't allow us as a sovereign nation to deport, which personally I would repeal a number of acts, including the Human Rights Act. I said what I said because I mean it. And at the end of the day, if you don't think the British people agree with me, then you're wrong, because they do. They've had enough of it. You don't have illegal migrants living next to you, Emily, because you live in a part of the country that probably doesn't have them.
And if you did, you would want them to starve to death.
So you are part of this liberal elite who basically says, do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so I'm sorry, what I meant was, and I mean it, is if our legal system doesn't allow us to detain and deport, we should set up a tented camp on an island. We should not treat them unfairly, but we should equally not put them at the top of waiting lists for dental treatment, for medical treatment. We should not give them spending money. We should not effectively treat them as if they have been taxpayers for years. They haven't been. They are illegal migrants. And by the way, they're not asylum seekers. They're economic migrants, most of them. So I mean, I know the virtue signalling do-gooders want to sort of feel good about themselves, but if you really want to, go and live next to these people. Go and spend your life, and you have them ogling at your children in school and things. No, that's wrong. And what's happened is our state no longer puts the honest, decent, tax-paying British citizen at the top of the agenda. They have been relegated to a second-class citizen, and we are bringing people in here who've contributed nothing, who have come in here illegally, and most of them have been allowed to stay for the simple reason that we are signed up to all these nonsensical international treaties. Why do you think people voted to leave the European Union, Emily? Why do you think they did? Because they want their country back. They want their borders back. They want sanity back. So I'm sorry, yes, if they want to come here, and if you can't deport them, put them on an island until they ask to go home.
And let the midges.
And who else does that? Australia do that, don't they? And these people will learn very quickly, don't come to the UK. It is not just going to hand out a load of candy to you and let you take priority over the people who've lived here all their lives. British people don't want that.
That's enough pigeon propaganda for today. If you enjoyed having your brain lightly pecked by facts and opinions, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more from Pigeon Politics.